Should Dan Marino unretire his number for Tua?
Okay, I had an offensive and blasphemous conversation with the back row on our radio show a day ago because they're young people and they're ignorant, and not to sound like Wilbon, but they have no appreciation for what happened in the past. So they said in regards to Tua, and if Tua wants that number, who the hell is Dan Marino is what they actually said as lifelong Miamians. And Tua has said publicly, incidentally, that he doesn't need the number, that it doesn't matter. But should Dan Marino publicly volunteer the unretiring of his number in a team sport, team gesture? The answer is hell no, he shouldn't do that. He should tell Tua to get another number because he was great before Tua was great, and that's his number.
Yeah, look, if you want to argue that we should stop retiring numbers because that as a practice is stupid, that's a conversation I'm willing to have. But if you want to say that retiring numbers is stupid and therefore Dan Marino should unretire his number so that Tua, a rookie quarterback, can have it, that doesn't make any sense. We're retiring numbers because it's like nobody could ever reach greatness with this number like this guy. Has it gotten out of hand in some teams and we're retiring numbers that maybe shouldn't be retired? Sure. But Dan Marino is not a number that shouldn't be retired if we live in a world where numbers are retired. So no, I don't think he should give up his number, especially because Tua has said, I don't care. It's okay. I'll play with a different number. This seems like a very stupid conversation to me.
Dan Marino, 58 years old, got better hips than Tua, and somebody gonna come up to him and ask him to let his jersey number come back on the field. How much sense does that make? You talked about what the youth had to say about Dan Marino, and I was over here mad as hell, and I don't really care about Dan Marino one single bit. But no, the whole point of retiring a jersey is to retire it. And in football, they do an amazing level of quality control on jersey retirements. Like, there'll be some numbers that aren't really in circulation, but you go look at what players' teams actually retire jerseys for, because jerseys numbers themselves are so scarce. It does not happen very often. It happens for players the caliber of Dan Marino. And if Tua gets to be as good as Dan Marino, it'll be cool. You retire a different jersey number, which I assume is probably going to be number 3, or maybe something with 2 digits, because then it won't make his name look so long on the back. You know what I'm saying? Like, stacking them things across changes the effect that you're working with there. But no, we're not capitulating to the youth, but we're going to act like Dan Marino wasn't that dude.
Yeah, that's actually a really good point, too. You wouldn't want to give him a number that's already got historical, significance to the team, because then if Tua ends up being great, then what, are you going to retire the number you retired for Dan Marino for Tua? It doesn't make any sense. Give him another number, just hopefully that he'll become good enough that you'll want to retire his too.
But if you give it to him and he turns out bad, we should have some big show of them coming on the field and ripping it off his back.
Are you guys aware? Are you guys aware that it's not just the Dolphins that have retired Dan Marino's number? The Miami Heat retired Dan Marino's number. Like, quit with this nonsense, young people.